Have things closer to home that need to be discussed, and you want to see them. The wind, the snow, the cold. Welcome to winter. You're looking at a live system right now. That is what's moving across the Midwest as we speak. As Betsy would say, it is a smorgasbord of nastiness. According to First Energy, there are 7,600 customers right now who do not have power in Cuyahoga County alone. So I know that might sound familiar to some degree because we've been talking about this wind, but it's going to also feel so much colder. Chief Meteorologist Betsy Kling has been all over this for days. She's been talking about what's coming. So talk to us about what is on the radar right now, Bets.
A whole mess is on the radar right now. We've been tracking this for the last hour plus. It is a heavy band of precip that is swinging across areas north of 480 now. So we're really focusing north of 480, Cuyahoga, Lake Geauga, Ashtabula, and Trumbull counties, where the heaviest precip is coming down. And I say precip generically because it is rain and snow. And in some cases, it's more snow than rain. And we are starting to get some light accumulations showing up. Meanwhile, farther west, the back edge is moving in. This is great news. We will actually have improving conditions as the evening goes on, but right now it is all about this northeast corner where we have the worst conditions. Visibilities are coming down because of that snow, because of that rain, and because of the wind too. This is a look at 271 at 71 at Medina, and you can see there is a coating that is not only on grassy surfaces. They had a big burst of snow that came through, and it also accumulated on the roads, but it's slushy. We've not had any accidents in this area as of yet, but folks definitely were slowing down. 77 at Gent Road. This is Montrose area. Very slushy coating on the grass, but not the roads. Then we go a little farther east to Bedford Heights, and we do have a slushy coating on the roads. You can see it here on the berms. Look at the water spray that's coming off behind that truck. So much water that is on the roadways. 90 at Paynesville, State Route 86. Very wet, but not a lot of snow, and the same story going on for Westlake. I think we will see more and more of that snow change taking place the farther east you go, but you can see that we have very slow going on our main arteries, 90, 71, 77, 480, 271. The turnpike is also probably pretty slow right now in some spots, but no major accidents to speak of, just a few little incidents here and there. The wind gust speeds are coming up. We had them go up to about 40 to 45 initially. They've backed off just a little bit as of this snapshot, but we're still clocking 35 plus. Where do we go from here? Well, we do have this wind warning, high wind warning for all the counties you see in orange. That does include Cleveland, and a wind advisory farther south. Here's the bottom line. It's going to be windy for everybody. And an update now on some of these wind gusts. We're anticipating some peak wind gusts 50 plus, even 60 plus potentially this evening. The wind gusts back off tonight, and then notice the change in direction of the wind. This is when the cold air arrives. So this is when we click over to some snow showers, and it's going to be gusty. And there's the look at some of the wind chills we're expecting tomorrow, down in the low teens and single digits. Power outages, we do have potential for power outages, and there could be quite a few. As Christy mentioned, we already have more than 7,500 in Cuyahoga County alone without power. More of that will be happening tonight and tomorrow too. We're going to have plenty more to talk about as far as that goes. And then the cold air gets here. And it's interesting to note the wind direction is playing with all kinds of things. That includes Lake Erie and the waves. We've had this southeast wind, and Lindsey Buckingham is out at Edgewater Park right now. And we were chatting just a little bit ago, Lindsey, that southeast wind is an offshore wind, so not really ramping up the waves today. Those waves will be much worse tomorrow and Sunday, though. So what are you seeing out there? And I'm sorry to say this, but what are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit cold, Betsy, but you're right. You know, the weather's been a little bit wild. We got here just before 4 o'clock. It was sort of trickling down, the rain. Then it kind of started turning into a snowy mix. It was coming down harder. And now if you come over here with me, I'll show you what we're seeing on our car, which is this slushy mix. That's also on the ground. So I do want to note, if you're just getting home from work, be careful as you're walking around. It is a little bit slippery. And bearing in mind those freezing temperatures that are coming to us this weekend, this is really a great time to really check out your home and make sure you're heating it up safely. So here's a few tips from Columbia Gas. Space heaters provide great comfort, but should always be used with caution. Always place them on a hard, non-flammable surface and keep them away from furniture and other items. Never use your oven or stove as a heating source, and don't ever burn charcoal or run a generator indoors. If you think you have a gas leak, this is the most important part here. You'll likely smell rotten eggs. If you do that, leave immediately and call 911. And for the outside of your home, always clear snow and ice from your intake and exhaust vents. Keep your gas meter visible at all times. Don't ever use a shovel or hammer to break up snow on your gas meter. And always have an emergency kit handy in case you lose power. So again, here at Edgewater, the rain mix and the snow mix that we're seeing, Christy, is ever changing. So we'll see where we're at coming up at 6. We're also going to talk about a travel ban on the Ohio Turnpike and who it affects.
Yeah, all right, good to know. You and the crew, hey, take good care out there, Lindsay. Rarely do I see somebody that looks that good in weather like that either.
She always looks good.
Always, always. Thank you. Listen, there are resources we want to let you know about if you or somebody you know is experiencing homelessness or doesn't have heat in Cleveland. So here are a few centers that are open 24 hours. We have Lutheran Men's Shelter, it's on Lakeside Avenue, the City Mission on Carnegie Avenue, the Zelma George Family Shelter and North Point Transitional Housing are also open. And meanwhile, let's go to Akron here. The city's extending hours at its warming centers now. The Summit Lake Community Center will be open from 8 to 7 starting Sunday through Tuesday. That's 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. An emergency overnight shelter on 111 East Voris Street will also be open Saturday through Monday, January 22nd. The shelter operates between 7 p.m. to 8 a.m.